Well, Richard, 2019's not all too far away now. It's been an exciting off-season for Halifax, a lot of recruitment, a lot of noise around the club. How are you feeling at the minute? Is this the most excited you've been for a season since you joined the club?
I'm excited every season. I don't think this is more important or less important than any other ones. It's important to compete again next year, but also improve. This is the difficult task, is improving year on year, but we've done that. We had a blip. I think it was 2016. We didn't make the top four, but aside from that, we've really improved. I think we've improved the squad. I think the board have backed us in terms of what we want to look at within the squad, and depth and positions, but also the supporters. Fact one have financed the QLT deal, and just this week Kevin Leroy has come, really because Lawrence Turner of the Investing for Tomorrow has funded his deal. So got Craig's support. It makes my life a lot easier.
I mean, you can't really underestimate how important that sort of business is, that sort of support is for a club like Halifax, can you? Effectively had two players financed for you to be in your squad. That, I don't think that's really usual. I don't think that's anything that you get around the country, really.
You could look at it two ways. We're not in the position of the Super League teams where we get X amount of pounds to buy players. We have to do a lot of fundraising. We have to find out who our partners. We're a really good club. We look after people, and I think people are willing. And when you put time and effort into any project, I think people see that and value that and will invest in it. And that's what it is, really. It would be lovely not to be, not to go cap in hand and begging but at the same time, these people want to really help. We've got our support base is fantastic. It really is a good club, and I think that's what attracted the club to me back when I signed, because it was just such a good family club. We'd like to be on the other side of it at some point, whereby we've got ambitions to be self-financed and, well, I would say to create our own players. We actually do that really well at Halifax. So that's, again, but the club back my vision of having a reserve grade, and I think that's bearing fruition.
You've also brought a lot of players in. You've got the developing players. You've brought 7 in now, all fairly high-profile players. A few young ones in there as well. How are you going to balance that? Because it's probably the biggest squad that you've had since you've been at the club.
Yeah, we're nearly 30 players, which is quite good. It's good in a way. For us, because you get opposed sessions, 26 players, so you're 13 on 13, and you always have a couple of injuries. It really helps us last year. Most of the Super League teams run squads of that size, so you can practice actually what you're going to do on the weekend. We're in a fortunate enough position that we've built year on year to be in this position now. I don't think we need any more, but it's not about quantity, it's about the quality. I think we've got some good kids as well. Our reserve grade, let's not forget players who have come up through that. But also we've picked up a few, Bill White's a real good, interesting project, and Reece Chapman-Smith, he's just one of them. He's victim of the circumstances at the moment, that he's a quality player in the academy. Thought he was one of the better players in the grand final when I watched that. But he's not winning a reserve grade, and there was no pathway for him, and he's had a couple of injuries, so he probably didn't want to take a punt, but we did, and I'm looking forward to working with players like that.
In 2015, 2017 and 2018, you weren't expected to do anything, and you did. 2016 was probably the year where there was expectation, and you just fell short of the top 4. I think this year there's going to be expectation again. Have you thought about that? Have you talked about that with the lads, having that that little bit more expectation hanging over them this year?
In life, you have to learn from your experiences. I've learned a lot in my time at the club. We was on a roller coaster my first year. The second year, we didn't make the top 4. We had a big squad. I was still raw in terms of coaching. I think I'm in a better, stronger position as head coach, and I think the players are. We've got a similar squad from back there. We've got a lot of players who have come through with me. So, yeah, we rely on each other. There should be expectation. We did really well last year. We did really well, and hopefully we can do well again. But I remember Toulouse came up last year and done a real good go, and we've got Bradford and York, really good, strong teams. So the competition is difficult. For us to get in that top 5 this year, it is a realistic aim for us, but it will be difficult. It will be difficult.
prospect of Wembley is on the horizon for every club now. How excited are you about the possibility of coaching a team at Wembley?
What, the Challenge Cup final?
Well, you never know. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, I've had a couple of debates about that. What if Halifax gets the Challenge Cup final and the final of the other cup? But hey, that's wishful thinking, by the way. Yeah, it'd be fantastic. It would be. It's a novel idea. It was really just thrown to us. I didn't really have. I think I found out about it while I was away, and couldn't quite get my head around how it'd work. And we'd certainly not looked at it in terms of the season ticket and the budget and things like that. However, if you've got an opportunity to play at Wembley in your career, sports team, not to be able to coach a staff at Warrington. I remember running on that pitch. It's a magnificent venue and occasion. Albeit it wouldn't be the Challenge Cup final, but it would be a fantastic accolade if we could get there. But that's a long way off. Our focus is the Yorkshire Cup, getting these friendlies, getting our boys up to speed tactically, and seeing who fits and who wants to start in that first round away with us.
You are a coach out of contract at the end of next year. Have you had any thoughts about what you want to do? Have Halifax knocked on the door yet?
I'm okay. I'm okay with coming into the last year of my contract. It's good. Some pressure on me to perform, which is good. I do love the club. However, I've stated that I do want to coach in Super League at some time. I'd love that to be Halifax, but there's a lot of finance and support needed to be added for us to be able to go full time and do that. But yeah, it's just about listen. What will be, will be. Have a good year. Halifax will come knocking, or other clubs. We'll see. But I want to improve. Improving is important. I think I want to be the best head coach I can be for myself, and to improve on that. I think you get the rewards, you get what you deserve at the end of the season.